Sairam children, today in English period we'll learn grammar, chapter 9, punctuation and capital letters. If you have your grammar textbooks with you, you can just go and get it fast. Keep your pencils and erasers ready with you. And open the page number 65 of your textbook. If you don't have your textbook, no problem, you can keep your rough notebook with you. So children, you can see 3 sentences on your screen. We are going to read these sentences. Okay. Read the following sentences. First sentence is Seema likes grapes. Second sentence, she has a sweet voice. Okay. And the third one is, how do you go to school? So in these sentences, children, you can see the first letter S, in the second sentence S from she, and third sentence H from how. These letters are written in capital letter, isn't it? They are written in capital letter, and at the end you can see in the first and second sentence full stop is given, and in the third sentence question mark is given. They are at these words Seema, she, how. These words are at the beginning of the sentences. So therefore, to begin a sentence, we use capital letter. Okay, remember this thing. To begin a sentence, we use capital letters. Now read the following sentences. While reading, give attention to the words or the letters which are circled. First, America was discovered by Columbus. Second sentence is, Delhi is the capital of India. Third sentence, Cinderella danced with Prince Charming. Now in all these sentences, children, just give attention to the circled letters. A in America, then C in Columbus. The same way D, I, C, P and C. These are the encircled letters in the words given. So what do you think why these letters are encircled? Why are they written in capital letters? Yes, it's correct that America comes at the beginning of the sentence. So A we have written in capital letter. Same way Delhi and Cinderella, they are at the beginning of the sentence. And just now we learned that to begin with the sentence we have to begin the sentence with the capital letter. Okay. But if you see the position of the word Columbus or India or Prince Charming, they are not at the beginning of the sentence. Still we have written their first letter in capital letter. So why is it so? Give attention to that words. It's Columbus, India, Prince Charming. Yes, in the above sentences the circled words are capital letters because they are proper nouns. So we can say capital letters are used to begin proper nouns and also adjectives formed from them like India, Indian, Gandhi, Gandhian, etc. So that's why although Columbus, India, Prince Charming, these are at the end of the sentence, still we have started that words with the capital letters because they are proper nouns or adjectives. So this is the second important rule we have learnt just now. First rule we learnt is to begin with the sentence. When you start writing any sentence, you have to begin it with the capital letter. Now second letter we learned that you have to write proper noun or adjectives first letter capital, no matter at which position they are coming in the sentence. Now let's move ahead and see. Read the following sentences. First, January is the first month of the year. And the second sentence is, we are going on a picnic on Saturday. So in the first sentence, which letter, which word is encircled? J in January. That's correct. It is because at the beginning of the sentence, at the same time, it's a proper noun. And what happened to the second sentence? See, W we have written capital, that's correct. But why we have encircled S from Saturday? You have to remember, children, January begins with a capital letter and Saturday begins with a capital. Excuse me. We use capital letters for names of the days of the week and months of the year. This is the important third rule you have to remember in punctuations. Where to write, give punctuation marks, or where to write capital letters. See, this is the third important rule. When you write the days of the week or the months of the year, wherever that word comes, that names comes, you have to write first letter capital of that word. Now let's read the next sentences. First sentence. Children, are you reading aloud with me? Good. This way you will practice reading also. First sentence. The widely circulated paper in India is the Times of India. The widely circulated paper in India is the Times of India. And the second sentence is Ramayana and Mahabharata are the two great epics of India. Now in these two examples, you can see in the first sentence I, T and I are encircled, and in the second sentence R from Ramayana and M from Mahabharata and I from India is encircled. So here in these examples, you have to remember, children, the names of the books. We know Ramayana and Mahabharata, these are the names of the books. These are the books names. India is the country of the name of the country. Then Times of India, name of the newspaper. So our fourth rule says, when you write the names of books and newspapers or any magazines, you have to use capital letters. Now let's read the following sentences. First sentence. I like to read book. First is I like to read book. Second, oh, the wings of the birds are broken. Now in the both examples, we use capital letters for the pronouns I and interjections O. So here this I also should be in single inverted comma. Pronoun I and interjection O we used in capital letter. At the same time we put them in the inverted comma. Now read, O God, you are our protector. O God, you are our protector. Here the capital letter is used for God. So remember, wherever we will write God, the first letter G will be in capital letter. Let's see more examples. Read the following sentences. That is a fine straw hat. Give attention. Now which mark is circled? Give attention there. That is a fine straw hat. Help the poor. You can see, children, here at the end full stop is given at the end of both the sentences. The circle marks here indicate full stop. These sentences end in full stop. Therefore, full stops are used to mark the end of an assertive or imperative sentence. We have learned kinds of sentences. We have seen there are different kinds of sentences in third standard also, and even in fourth standard we are going to learn. So if we are writing assertive or imperative sentence, we have to give full stop at the end of that sentences. Now let's read the next examples. I bought a book, pen, a rubber and an umbrella. Now you can see here children, there is a list of stationery items also. Book, pen, rubber and then an umbrella. Give attention which sign, punctuation sign is used there. Let's see the second example. We'll see all the examples first, then I'll explain you. Leela is obedient, intelligent and hardworking. Romesh, be happy. Rich and poor, young and old, high and low, all are human beings. Now children, here you can see the comma is given. This punctuation sign is called as comma. A comma is a short pause used to separate a series of words. So if you are writing any list of particular thing, stationery items or different subjects or names of your friends, so that quality of your friend, so that time to give a short pause you have to give this sign. It is given like this. It's a comma. It is called as comma. So the circle marks here are called commas, and a comma is a short pause used to separate series of words. So in your book at fourth, you can see fourth sentence, there after high and low also one comma is given. It should not be there, so you can just put one cross over there. That comma should not be there. Let's move ahead. Now read the following sentences. What is your father? First example. Next, how long will you be away? Children, give attention here. You know this sign, this punctuation mark, what is it? Yes, it's a question mark. What it is? It's a question mark. It is also called as marks of interrogation. Okay, now let's read next examples. What a lovely rose. Hurrah, we have won. So here this is a different punctuation mark. What it is? Yes, it's an exclamatory mark. We call it as an exclamatory sign, exclamatory mark. So children, when the sentence is interrogative, a question is being asked, you have to start with the capital letter first and should end up with the question mark. And if it's an exclamatory sentence, after the exclamatory word or at the end of that sentence, you should give this exclamation mark. Now read these examples. First, Anil said, tea is ready. Second, dinner is on the table, said Sita. Here the circle marks are inverted commas. Children, can you see here? Anil said. So these are the inverted commas. It is called as opening inverted comma, and at the end which is given, it is called as ending inverted commas. So whatever sentence the speaker has said, that sentence we have to write here in between these commas. They are called as inverted commas. Dinner is on the table, said Sita. Now what Sita said? Dinner is on the table. So the said words we put it in the inverted commas. Here the circle marks are inverted commas. They are the speech marks used at the beginning and the close of spoken words. Whatever or whichever words the speaker has spoken, we have to put them in these inverted commas. Now read. Joys, toys, dogs, food. The circle marks are apostrophes. These marks. This is called as apostrophe sign. This is Joy's toys. Whose toys are these? Joy's toys. Whose food it is? Dog's food. So the circle marks are apostrophes. They are used to show possession. This apostrophe sign is used to show possession. Who the things belongs to whom. Possession is, it belongs to whom. They are also used to connect pronouns and helping verbs. In the book you can see here, instead of connect, contract is written. So you just make correction over there, cut that word and write there connect. Okay, in both the places. They are also used to connect pronouns and helping verbs. This apostrophe sign. First we learned that it is used to show the possession. Second thing, you have to remember that it is used to connect the pronoun and helping verb. Let us see the example and understand it. I have packed lunch. You are invited. It's fun. So here pronoun and helping verbs are there. How do we read it as? I have. Isn't it? I have. But we have connected this pronoun I and the helping verb have. So to connect this pronoun with the helping word, here we use apostrophe mark, apostrophe sign. So remember this also. To show the possession, then to connect pronoun with the helping verb. One more example. They are also used to connect helping verbs and negatives. Okay. Now helping verb and negative. Let's see the example. He can't swim. Here helping verb is can and the negative is not, can't. So here also we used apostrophe sign. He can't swim. Don't shut. I couldn't swim. So third important rule while using apostrophe sign, you have to remember that this sign is also used with the verbs and the negatives. Okay, with the verb and the negative it is used. Now let's solve the activity so that we can recall the rules which we have learnt now. Okay, it's very interesting activity, children, and you will enjoy doing it. So let us see who is ready with the answers. First, A question is punctuate the following sentences. Now, so far we have learned the use of capital letters and different punctuation marks like full stop, question mark, exclamatory sign, then apostrophe sign, commas, inverted commas. Okay, so these are all punctuation marks. So now we are going to use all that signs wherever it is required. Let's read the first question. Oh God, help the children. Oh God, help the children. Now, important thing you have to remember, children. First, you have to make sure always you have to check whether first letter is written capital, and at the end, depending upon the kind of the sentence, the punctuation mark is given or not. If it is an assertive sentence, give full stop, that way. Now let first these two things we have confirmed now. It's a request. So at the end we have put full stop. First letter is capital. Anything we have to do? Yes, we have to add the punctuation marks which we have studied. See how our answer will look like. This O, this word letter O will go in single inverted comma and G of God will be in capital letter. Oh God, help the children. Let's read second question. Second sentence. When will you leave for Panchgani? When will you leave for Panchgani? Is the first letter capital? Yes. And is at the end is any punctuation mark given? Yes. But you have to check whether it is right or wrong depending upon the kind of sentence. When will you leave for Panchgani? It's a question because it's beginning with the question word. So what should come here? Question mark. Okay. So when will you leave for Panchgani? W capital, at the end question mark. Over. Check there. Is there any proper noun? Yes, Panchgani is the proper noun, and we have learned that if proper noun comes in the sentence, we have to write the first letter capital, right? Now let's see how our answer will look like this. When will you leave for Panchgani? P capital and at the end question mark. What a lovely shot. Third sentence. What a lovely shot. First letter capital, correct. And it's an exclamatory sentence. So what should come here instead of full stop? You are right. Exclamation marks. Exclamatory mark. What a lovely shot. So our answer is like this. Only exclamatory mark we have to add. Now see next. It is my sister's book. It is my sister's book. This is our fourth sentence. It is number 4 and this is number 5. So by mistake 1 and 2 has come here. So you can see that this is the fourth sentence. It is my sister's book. So apostrophe sign, sister's book. Whose book it is? Sister's book. Possession, it shows possession. So we have added here apostrophe sign. It is my sister's book. And fifth sentence, they say honesty is the best policy. So let's check whether first letter is capital. No, then we have to write it first capital. They say honesty is the best policy. Statement at the end full stop, correct. Then any adjective is there, proper noun is there, yes. Then we will make it also capital. So our answer will be, they say honesty is the best policy. And since these are the spoken words, so we have added the inverted commas, opening and closing inverted commas. B question. Insert punctuation marks. Now which are the punctuation marks we learned? Commas, full stops, question marks, exclamation marks and apostrophes. So now we have to use these punctuation marks in the correct places. This is important. In the correct places we have to insert these marks. Let's read the first sentence, children. The farmer has goats, ducks, cows, pigs and chickens. So as usual, make it a practice to check if the first letter capital, yes. At the end punctuation mark is given, yes. Full stop is given. So let's check whether it's a statement or an assertive sentence. Yes, so full stop is correct. In between we'll see, is there any proper noun, adjective or any pronoun connected with the helping verb, or any series of words is given. Yes, the farmer has goats, ducks, cows, pigs and chickens. Means this is the list of animals the farmer has. So what we have to use? Which punctuation mark will be inserted here? Very good. Comma. A small pause should be given here. Goats, ducks, cows, pigs and chickens. So our answer will be like this. The farmer has goats, ducks, cows, pigs and chickens. Second question. My neighbor's dog bites strangers. My neighbor's dog bites stranger. Now children, I want you to be ready with your answer. Okay? You can keep your answer in your mind, that which punctuation mark should be inserted and where. Which is the correct place to insert that mark. Now check your answer with my answer. See, my neighbor's dog bites strangers. So here what we did, whose dog it is? Neighbor's. So we inserted apostrophe sign and at the end full stop was not given, which we gave, and the first letter already capital. So is your answer matching with this? Very good. Pat yourself. Great. Third sentence. Isn't she ready yet? Asked my uncle. She is never on time. Let's see the answer. Isn't she ready yet? Asked my uncle. She is never on time. Now here, isn't she ready yet? Now these are the spoken words. So we put them in the opening and closing inverted commas. and then say, ask my uncle, full stop. She is never on time. See, pronoun and helping verb. We have connected it with the apostrophe sign. She is never on time. Again, these are the spoken words. So, we put them in the inverted commas and at the end we gave full stop. Fourth sentence. What a rude man he is, said sister in anger. Now, since here said has come, so you can understand these are the spoken words by sister. So, we can put them in the inverted commas. So, our answer will be like this. What a rude man he is, exclamation sign, close inverted commas, said my sister in anger. Fifth question. Mr. Das, who is a good artist, lives near my house. Mr. Das, who is a good artist. So, what will come here? Is your answer ready? Let's check. Mr. Das. So, after Miss, dot should be there, full stop. Who is a good artist? Small pause. So, comma, lives near my house, full stop. Now, let's see the last question. C. Punctuate the short dialogue. Now, here a dialogue is given, children, and we have to punctuate this entire dialogue. First, you have to read the entire dialogue so that you will understand which two people are there, who is speaking among themselves, where to insert which punctuation marks. So, let's read the dialogue first. Why are you boys so late in coming back to class? The teacher asked. Jim replied, we were in the library and didn't hear the bell. Easy? So, giving you 2 minutes to be ready with the answers, and then I'll show the answer and you are going to check it. Read it again. Why are you boys so late in coming back to class, to the class teacher? To class, the teacher asked. Jim replied, we were in the library and didn't hear the bell. First important thing, this is the first letter, so it should be capital. Then why are you boys so late in coming back to class? The teacher asked, means these are the spoken words by the teacher. So it should go in the inverted commas, and since it's a question, it should end up with the question mark. Then the teacher asked, full stop will come here. Jim replied. Now what Jim said, that words are starting, so we'll put here inverted comma and comma. First letter capital. We were in the library and didn't hear the bell. Full stop, close inverted comma. Understood? Let's check the answer. See. This way we have punctuate this short dialogue. Here children, have you observed the changes? Yes, very good. So, this way we have learned today children punctuation marks and use of capital letters. So, different punctuation marks we learned today. Let's revise it once again. Okay, it's full stop, question mark, exclamatory sign, comma, inverted commas, and then where to use the capital letters we have seen. But the important thing is that children, that you have to insert it at the correct place. That is important, and for that you have to read the given sentence 2-3 times first. After that only you will understand, and you can see that it's a question, or which are the spoken words, or where the pronouns have proper nouns have come. So after that only you will be able to answer the question correctly. So this way we have come to an end of today's session children. Let's meet in the next period and stop here. Sai Ram.